Happy day, children. This is Miss Purni handling Class 7 English. Hope you all are doing good and safe at home. Today we are going to learn something interesting. Shall we move on to the topic? What do you see here? Any idea? Can you recall something with this? Yes, you are right. It's a map. This is a map of Treasure Island, the non-detail which we have learned in Class 6. It was very interesting, right? I hope you all agree. Why I am showing you a map now? Any idea? Good. We are going to learn a poem about maps written by Dorothy Brown Thompson, who was an American writer who has written more than 2000 poems. Now, she pays a tribute to maps, that is, different kinds of maps that hold a key to an unseen, unknown world of adventure waiting to be explored. She shows how something that looks simple and humble, like a map, can be powerful and exciting. Shall we move on to the topic? What is this poem name? Maps. Written by whom? Dorothy Brown Thompson. Look at the first stanza. High adventure and bright dream. Maps are mightier than they seem. Before getting into the topic, I just want to question you. What does mean by adventure? Yes, adventure is nothing but an unusual and exciting or daring experience which we all love to have. What is the meaning of mightier here? Yes, it's stronger, which is more powerful. Okay, now look at the paragraph. Here, the author describes maps are not only diagrams on paper describing the physical features of countries, they are also a means of exciting us to seek adventure through travel or at least dream of visiting exotic places even if we are unable to visit them. Hope you all agree with this. Everyone will be having a dream to have some adventurous trip. How can you plan an adventurous trip? Only with the help of maps, right? Only with the help of a map. Now, moving on to the next stanza. Ships that follow leaning stars, red and gold of strange bazaars. Before getting into this stanza, I would like to clarify something. What is leaning stars? Actually, what does mean by leaning? Leaning is nothing but sloping. Here, the star seems to be pointing the way to the ships. Usually, the sailors of previous years they used to depend upon these leaning stars to find their way. Here, the author describes how it happens. Sailors rely on maps to guide their ships to distant lands across seas as they depended on stars before maps were available. Before the use of map, before the invention of map, sailors were completely dependent upon these kind of stars. Now, coming to the next stanza. Ice floes hid beyond all knowing plains that ride where winds are blowing. Here, the author describes that the maps direct us away from dangerous icebergs in the polar regions. They enable flights through areas where strong winds blow. That is the meaning of this particular stanza. I hope you all understand. Coming to the next stanza, train maps, maps of wind and weather, road maps taken altogether. Any idea about this stanza? Here, the author describes the different kinds of maps. What are they? Maps for train travel routes, road maps to drive from place to place, and maps about the weather, right? Now, coming to the last paragraph. What is this? Maps are really magic wands for homestaying vagabonds. What is meant by vagabonds? Any idea about it? Only then we can understand the meaning behind this paragraph, right? People who are always wandering from one place to another. That is the meaning for vagabonds. A person looking at maps at home can be transported in their imagination to distant lands as if by magic. People staying at home can be transported in imagination to distant lands. That is the meaning of this particular paragraph. Hope you all understand. Now, Coming to the glossary, we need to learn some hard words, right? I already told you what is meant by adventure, an unusual and exciting or daring experience which we all love to have. What is meant by mightier, stronger, and more powerful? This word mightier was used in the first stanza by the author to refer that the maps are more powerful, more mightier than we imagine. It is not just a piece of paper. Now, coming to the next word, leaning. It's nothing but sloping actually. But here the leaning stars are mentioned as the stars seem to be pointing the way to the ships, the guide to the ships. Vagabonds. What is meant by vagabonds? I told you, right? People who are always wandering from one place to another. Hope you all understand this interesting poem and about the author. Have a good day. Thank you.